We're going to flip over all the cards and then we're going to interpret them. What we're doing is we're trying to find out, who else is living in this home with us, because we know that there is spirit here.
Hey, what's up guys? Today I have some Konxari cards. These are pretty interesting spirit communication cards. Now the copyright says 2009, so I'm guessing they came out around 2009 or so. Which is interesting because I've never heard of these. And as someone who's been pretty active in the paranormal community and research for the last 8 years or so, I'm actually surprised I haven't heard of these. But anyway, they are pretty interesting. Take these out of here. Here's what the top looks like. That's the actual layout that the cards are supposed to be put in for a reading. Take a look at some of these cards. Now what's cool about these cards is they're kind of meant to be used like tarot cards, but they're meant for ghost hunters and paranormal investigators. And they're a lot easier to read. I know I'm very interested in like tarot cards, but I don't know enough about them to do an actual reading with them. So I never really use them. These, on the other hand, are made to be pretty simple to use. And they're meant to be used on ghost hunts, on investigations, when you're at haunted locations. You can conduct a little mini seance and use these cards to do a reading and hopefully get some clues to help you with your investigation. I think it's a really cool idea. I'm surprised I'm surprised I haven't heard of these, like I said. And yeah, I just think it's a interesting idea. And these cards can help give you clues like who, what, when, where, why, how, that sort of thing. So you could see like the card illness. It's got a symbol and it's got a letter, the letter O. This one has the letter N and a symbol. And so what's cool is when you do your reading, you can look at these different letters and maybe they can spell out words or names of something that's relevant. Same with numbers, maybe those have some sort of relevance to what's going on. So there's a lot of cards here. I'm just going to quickly go through them so you can see them. So those are all the cards. It also comes with this instruction booklet that tells you how to do the readings and whatnot. And like I mentioned with those symbols, it'll actually give you an explanation of what those symbols are and what they mean. So the instruction booklet is actually very useful to help you understand how to use the cards. So now I bought these at Konxari.com for around $15 plus shipping and handling. So if this seems like something you'd be interested in, check them out. Konxari cards.
Can you tell us what we're about to do right now? What are we looking at? What does it say?
Fraction.
Fraction. Okay. All
This
right.
is
What does it say?
homicide.
Homicide. Okay.
Lend.
Is it like, should we turn it off, turn it back on? Is there something going on with this? It never talks this much. Ever. I've had this thing for years. We're about to... What is it?
Angry.
Angry. Who's angry?
Substances.
Substances.
We might have to turn this off during the card reading.
Well, yeah, it's going crazy like that.
Gauze.
Oh, I forgot I do have a pendulum.
We're going to use these cards to communicate with you. Mostly.
Mostly.
Crossover. Touch. Sail.
Sam. Turn it off and then turn it back on.
During.
Okay, so we set up our deck, and what we're gonna do is we're actually going to take the north, the south, the east, and the west cards, and we're not gonna read those. Those are a message not for the living. Keith and I will both be interpreting the cards. We're gonna first flip all of them over. Did you hear that rumbling? The whole house like rumbled. We're gonna flip over all the cards, and then we're gonna interpret them. What we're doing is we're trying to find out, who else is living in this home with us, because we know that there's a spirit here, what they want, how we can see them or interact with them, because we know that we do.
These cards can give you kind of clues on the who, what, when, where, and why, kind of.
Yeah, and where are we seeing them? How are we experiencing them? That's what I really want to know. All right, so we're gonna flip over these cards. Legend. Day. Tactile, so we can feel. Boy. Accident. Fire with a red. Mother with green. And blind. And all these little symbols have meanings too. So I don't know all these symbols by heart that I can. So let's talk about what we have here.
Another good way to do it too is to write down all the things. Because, for instance, the letters. I see T-A-L-E. That's tail right there. You know what I mean? You could spell words or So if you write down all the clues, you can kind of
Yeah. I have my notepad.
work
Should I
on
go
it.
grab it?
Well, you can kind of you can just kind of ponder on it, you know what I mean? And rearrange things and
So the footprint represents
moving.
a journey.
Yeah.
So a journey. It represents a journey as the one that will be taken. But what I also think of is like, when I see this card, a journey, traveling, a legend, like a legacy. And I think this is Chill Seekers. That's how I interpret that card. This card is us.
Okay.
So this dot here inside the circle represents the sun. And then what is that, an IE, or is that an actual symbol?
It's an E.
It's an E? Okay. And that's a B. We have F, A, B. Oh, I thought we had an L and an E, a fable. The story. So this is going to be the story.
We also have a T and an O. Fable 2.
Table.
Table. The letter on the number 4 over here. Red.
The candle. The candle represents discovery. This is a clue that one has or will have stumbling onto something big. Read between the lines. The answers could be right in front of you.
Which card are you looking at?
The candle.
Oh, okay.
This one right here, the symbol with boy, there's like a upside down boy. The card represents anything living as we know it in our world. So that's what that represents. And that also represents a boy. And it says devil in the box. You see that? But it's upside down too, which I think definitely has meaning for me. What I see is that, you know, who is always interacting with spirits, who's always had this spiritual side to them, and who's seen the same things as me in this house even was Daniel.
Our son.
Our
He's a
son.
boy.
He was a little boy.
What about the mother card? We can.
Who was the ones interacting in the house with the spirits? It's mostly Daniel and I.
Yeah. Besides me doing like a bunch of sessions and stuff there.
Absolutely. And then, so let's take a look at this one. So
you thinking these cards are more about us than rather than the spirits?
I don't know yet, but I see us in it a lot. I'm seeing, like, I interpret this card as like our legacy, Chill Seekers. I see a mother and a son here. I see that there's tactile, so like there's touch.
Yeah.
I asked, how are we interacting? We're interacting through touch.
Yeah.
And they may not even be meaning to do it. They may accidentally be interacting with us. You know? So even though it's like accident, it's like scary, it's like a type of death, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. But let's take a look. What does the moon mean on here? So one of the things that it reminds us of with the moon, there was like a big section in here on the moon. Deriving from the Latin word luna, should this card come into play during a reading, it would be wise to observe the current lunar phase and investigate how it may relate to the message at hand. So it makes me wonder what the current lunar phase is. Okay. We have mother, the L, and the green. We have blind. And what's that symbol? That is
zodiac symbol.
Cancer. But none of us are a Cancer. I wonder if I could look it up. I wonder if the person who passed away here is Cancer.
How about?
We also have fire with the number 4 and red.
Cool. I feel like we should do another one.
You're not supposed to do another one within an hour or
I
even
know,
within a week.
but I think
But
we
here's the
should.
thing: if something's not making sense or you're just not connecting it yet, you have the option to pull one other card and see if that other card helps you to connect it all together. So far, you know, I see us. I see a little bit of.
I just
I
feel
see
like this is a
us.
good warm up one. I feel like we could maybe channel the spirits a little bit more before we do one.
Okay, well, this is our first time looking
Yeah.
at them. So the next
Sort
one,
of like a-
they tell you don't do another one within an hour because you got to let the cards rest. They tell
Yeah.
you don't do it in the same room within that week. You want to move to a different room. And then let's take a look here. Let's flip over our 9th card. And this one is Third Eye. So, I just got a ringing in my ear. So with the third eye, it also has the Eye of Horus. And the Eye of Horus is also known as the Eye of Ra. The symbol is an Egyptian hieroglyph. So it usually protects those in the afterlife and wards off evil. So we shouldn't be scared of this, is what it's saying. I think that we're interacting with it. We know we do get scared. We feel it. I don't think it's meaning to scare us. But with everything that we do, you know, we're just open to it. And this is, you know, really just showing like we're experiencing this because we are open to it.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
And that 9th card
I mean,
really
I
helped
wasn't expecting to get anything too crazy here.
Well,
This, you
let's-
could see how this would be
Really helpful.
for like for different
Investigation.
locations. You know what I mean?
So let's turn on the obelisk and see if any of this shines a light on it or if it maybe validates any of it. It was going crazy earlier. What does it say?
Seat.
Seat. Are you sitting with us, spirits?
Sharp.
Sharp. Angry? What did it say?
Angry.
It said angry earlier too.
It's saying like some of the same words. Blog.
Blog? I didn't think blog. And look, the G is a lowercase. Did you see that?
Sail. Again.
Sail.
Saying a lot of the same words.
Sail, angry, blog. Yeah. This is for our blog.
World.
World. Prestige Worldwide. Those and those. That's the kids. It's like they keep quoting that lately.
Derek.
Derek. Who is Derek? Wait. Step Brothers. The brother. Paper.
Maudi 5000. Fraction. A lot of these are the same words that we were getting last time, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's never happened to me before here with the ovulus.
Same word again.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of the same. What are you trying to tell us? Touch.
Same word
Oh,
again.
touch. Tactile. Touch.
Yep. Peter.
Peter. Report. Maybe there's more than one spirit here. I know the name of the lady who passed away here. Her name was like Roseanne or Roseanne.
Lend.
Lend.
A lot of these are like the same
This
words.
is so weird though.
Yeah.
Why is it spitting out all these words? And we'll go whole nights and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and it's spitting out all the same words.
Copper again.
It's like all the same words.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Copper.
Candle. And there was a
I can light a candle.
There's a candle symbol on there too.
Oh yeah, right. A flame. It's fire.
Crossover.
Crossover. Okay. You know, there's another
Within.
spread that we can do called the bridge, and it's like represents crossing over. And we can even represent like one side is living and one side is for the dead, and we can do that.
Jupiter.
Jupiter. We were saying something about the moon cycles, remember? Cancer. Where's that?
Ravine
Again.
It's so strange. And it's just like, it's
Just
going
let it
on.
go.
Simple.